Russian troops have begun actively using new tactics to strike Ukrainian army positions using FPV drones launched from larger unmanned vehicles, Ukrainian military sources reported. According to a Ukrainian soldier with the call sign Shadow, today a strike was carried out on Zaporizhia using an Orlan 10 reconnaissance UAV as a carrier and relay for FPV drones. The photographs he published show, initially, a reconnaissance UAV with small attack drones attached under its wings. This design allows for hitting targets tens of kilometers from the front line, the close rear of Ukrainian troops. According to the soldier, the testing is still underway technology, but in the future its use may become widespread. The Orlan 10, developed by Russia's Special Technology Center (STC) in St. Petersburg since 2010, was originally designed for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) missions. With a wingspan of 3.1 meters, a maximum altitude of 5,000 meters, and endurance of up to 16 hours, it has been a staple in Russian operations, providing real-time video feeds, electronic warfare, EW, jamming, and even laser designation for artillery strikes. Priced at around $150,000 per system, including 2 drones and ground controls, over 1,000 units have been produced, with exports to allies like Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. In Ukraine, it has guided devastating Krasnopol laser-guided munitions and relayed signals for Shahid 136 loitering munitions, contributing to thousands of Ukrainian casualties. But the Orlan 10's true evolution began in mid-2025 as battlefield necessities outpaced traditional supply chains hampered by Western sanctions. Russian engineers, leveraging the drone's 14 kilograms payload capacity, began mounting 2 or more quadcopter-style FPV drones, typically 10 or 13-inch models armed with RPG-7 warheads or fragmentation grenades, beneath its wings. These FPVs, costing as little as $500 each, normally operate within a 10 to 20 kilometers line of sight range due to signal limitations from terrain, vegetation, and Earth's curvature. The Orlan acts as both transporter and enabler. It flies undetected at 1,000 to 1,500 meters, releases the FPVs near targets, and serves as an airborne relay station, boosting signals via its 850 to 930 MHz frequency band to extend control up to 110 kilometers. In one mode, the Orlan hovers as a mast in the sky, providing clean video feeds. In another, it delivers FPVs to areas with strong civilian LTE coverage, switching to SIM card control for autonomous strikes. The first confirmed sighting came on August 22, 2025, when Ukraine's 118th Separate Mechanized Brigade intercepted an Orlan 10 over Donetsk Oblast, capturing footage of 2 FPV drones strapped under its wings just before downing it with an interceptor drone. This is the first time we've destroyed a mother drone, the brigade announced on social media, sharing images of the wreckage. Ukrainian pilots had previously downed dozens of standard Orlans, Zalas, and Supercams, but this variant's dual role, scouting and striking, posed a novel threat. By late August, multiple units reported similar interceptions, with FPV payloads likely intended for command posts, fuel depots, and logistics hubs far from the front. This innovation builds on earlier experiments. In May 2022, Russia unveiled strike-modified Orlans dropping high-explosive fragmentation projectiles. By 2023, Orlan 30 variants, an upgraded model with 18-hour endurance and direct artillery integration, were tested as FPV carriers. Production has surged despite sanctions. Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu reported a 53-fold increase in Orlan supplies since early 2022, with over 1,000 units annually by 2024. Western components, like Canon EOS cameras and Texas Instruments processors, still power these drones, smuggled via third countries like China and Turkey. Ukrainian intelligence seized 100 gigabytes of STC data in 2024, exposing supply chains that sustain output. For Russian forces, the benefits are clear. FPVs launched from Orlan's bypass Ukrainian EW systems like the Kupol, which target 850 to 930 MHz, but struggle against lower frequency shifts, 730 to 760 MHz, or cellular handoffs. Sequential strikes. Incendiary drones burning anti-drone netting followed by FPV precision hits. Degrade defenses, clearing paths for follow-on waves. In Zaporizhia, early September attacks hit urban targets, prompting fears of widespread adoption. Pro-Russian channels hailed it as a coherent doctrine, turning cheap FPVs into long-range weapons and exploiting Orlan's abundance. Yet challenges persist. Orlan's composite fuselages reduce radar cross-sections, and their GLONASS navigation resists jamming. Russian countermeasures include frequency hopping to 430 to 600 MHz and anti-interceptor jammers on Orlans. As one Ukrainian pilot, call sign Dubak, told The Guardian, "It's a war of drones now, shield versus sword." With both sides producing thousands monthly, the skies over Donbass and Kharkiv resemble a deadly chessboard, where spotting the mother first wins the game. This FPV carrier trend isn't isolated. Similar mods appear on Orlan 30s and even the lighter Molniya 2, which flies blind, without cameras to evade detection before activating FPV sim controls. Analysts predict drone stacks, recon relay strike layers, will dominate 2026, with AI autonomy reducing operator needs. As autumn fog rolls in, Ukrainian brigades like the 3rd Tank and 35th Marine are training FPV hunters around the clock. "We adapt or die," says a 118th Brigade operator. With Orlan carriers now routine, the front's kill zone stretches 12 to 14 kilometers, turning safe rear areas into bullseyes. International aid, including U.S. counter-UAS kits, bolsters defenses, but experts warn, without disrupting Russia's sanction-evading imports, these nested threats will proliferate.